Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.
Railers in their home whites with red lettering trimmed in green, green numerals trimmed in red. Mattoon with the gold uniforms, green lettering trimmed in white, white numerals trimmed in green. It's going to be Hamlin and Donaldson opening tip. Tipped back, controlled by the Railers. Lincoln moving left to right as we get things started here on a Friday night. We certainly thank you for joining us. Grunder on top to Bacon. Sloan dumps it down to Drew, went off his hands. Last touch by Mattoon, it'll stay with the Railers.
Looks like Mattoon is going to zone off the out of bounds, but they started man-to-man.
Sloan looking to inbound from the baseline, gets it out to Titus near the timeline. Titus saves it back into Grunder.
2-3 zone for the Green Wave, Jeff. That ought to leave some free throw line extended jumpers and also opportunity to go in and out on the wing.
Sloan over to Grunder. Here comes, it looked like it was going to be the alley-oop. Instead, Grunder's three is no good.
Nice.
Drew Bacon there with a cleanup and basket.
Good start for Drew. Great position inside. And as we know, Jeff, against the zone, there's opportunities for offensive rebound.
Spitz working against Grunder into the front court for Mattoon. Just a minute into the contest. Railers with the early 2-0 lead. They get it inside to Donaldson, kicks it back out. Jumper from the corner for three, missed it badly. Ball tipped around, still loose. Coming out of there with it is going to be Mattoon. They try to throw it off Grunder, they do. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Mattoon.
Yeah, that was Prinko, and he torched Centralia for 25 the other night, Jeff, but he hit the side of the board with that three.
Looking to inbound, still looking. Get it out near the timeline. Nice catch by Gear. Bounce out to Prinko. Donaldson at the free throw line, pull-up jumper, and it rattled out. Hamlin there with the rebound.
They're attacking us just like we figured, Jeff, right in the middle of the lane at the middle of the free throw line, and then look low and take a shot if you don't have a pass.
Cannon between the circles to Hamlin. Now to Grunder. 6:20 to left first quarter. Railers up 2-0. Bacon out to Sloan. Top of the key, brings the dribble, kicks over to Titus Cannon. Hamlin now to Bacon in the corner.
Hamlin's really setting some nice screens since the other night when he got called for 2 offensive fouls.
Titus thought about the three, didn't take. He's going to drive in, kick it out in the corner to Hamlin. Move it around quickly to Sloan. Sloan down the high arcing floater will go.
Nice. He's quicker than anybody out there, Jeff. Tate can get to the basket anytime.
Railers with a 4-0 lead. Into the front court for Mattoon. Prinko now over to No. Spitz try to dump it in. The quick hands of the Railers tip it away, and a steal for Bacon. Into the hands of Titus Cannon. 5.5 to go first quarter. Reminder, Railer basketball this year brought to you by St. Clair's Manor. Bacon thought about a three from the top of the key. We've seen him hit that shot this year.
I'd like to see him take it, Jeff. It's one thing he can do to really open the offense up is to hit a few threes.
Grunder drives it out to Titus. Titus wide open for three, and that's good.
Not going to let it get to 15-0, Jeff. The Green Wave call a timeout at 7.
5:12 to go in quarter number one. Railers with an early 7-0 lead. Gives us a chance to say thank you to Lincoln College, the Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, and Jim Examus at Ford Lincoln for their sponsorship of Railer basketball, and we talked about it earlier this year, Tom. They got out to a 15-0 lead, and already 7-0, 5:12 to go. You can see how it can get away from you quick.
Yeah, they don't have any answers for the Railers right now. The 2-3's not working. I don't think they can play a man-to-man. They just don't seem to have the foot speed, particularly Donaldson. I can't see him handling Hamlin at all inside. So I don't know quite what they do, Jeff, other than give up a whole bunch of points and let the Railers win an easy one.
No. On the right side. Swing it around. Prinko spits. Good ball movement. Nice quick first step. And there's Grunder stepping in the way up and stepped on the sideline. I'll tell you one thing. That's something Ben has gotten so much better at this year, is anticipating that pass and taking the chance, but coming up with a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, Jeff. And, taking a chance is all about trusting your teammates. It's really that simple.
3 from Jaden No is up and good to get Mattoon on the scoreboard. 4.5 to go. Railers with a 7-3 advantage. Try to dump it down low. Too much out of the way for Tate Sloan. Also in the conference tonight, Muhammad Seymour is playing in Mount Zion, while Charleston is taking on Taylorville.
Good night for Mount Zion to spring an upset.
In the backcourt, Mattoon finally works into the front. Gear to Donaldson at the elbow. Back out. Lefty 3 from Donaldson up, and that's good.
Wow.
And Mattoon has hit 2 threes in a row, and that 7-0 lead has quickly become a 1-point advantage for the Railers.
Yeah, and Jeff, I got to say, they're standing on the line wide open. We got to do a better. Raiders got to do a better job of covering up and pushing them off the line, making those threes a little longer.
Grunder tries to answer back with a 3, shoots up an air ball, but Tate Sloan's there to get the recovery. Working around, Drew thought about it twice, didn't take it. Titus will take the 3, back rim no. Jermaine high for the rebound, lost it, picked it back up, goes up strong, little hook, shoots up an air ball, and we're going to have a foul whistled.
Jermaine clearly walked there, and the Raiders got a break, Jeff, so we'll take it as Grunder goes to the line shooting 2.
Foul on Jaden No, his first. Grunder at the line shooting 2. First for Grunder is up and good. Ben came into the contest a 58% free throw shooter on the season. Lincoln 64 as a team.
Wow. DeAndre Thomas checks in, Jeff. That young man is a big kid. When he establishes a post position, that is where he will be.
I know when we did the game, Justin Tierney did the game with me over in Mattoon, and when he appeared into the game for the first time, he said if the football coach in Mattoon has not got him on the team, he's not doing his job.
Well, leave it to Justin. What a good guy.
Off the glass, shot is good. That is No again. He's got 5, and after Ben made both free throws to make it 9-6, we're back to a 1-point game at 9-8. And you said, Tom, that this is a team in Mattoon that played a highly ranked Centralia team very tough recently.
Boy, they don't seem to be afraid of the Railers. The Railers had a chance to blow them out early, and Mattoon responded with a couple of threes, and boy, it's a ball game now.
Dump it down to Hamlin. Jermaine's going to turn, go up off the glass,
there
and good.
Jermaine's got to do a little more of that, Jeff. He's 6'9". You just have to turn and shoot the ball.
2:35 to go. 11-8, Lincoln with the lead, and all 5 Lincoln starters have now scored.
Well, we like balance.
Jumper from the left side by Prinko. That's in and out. Railers with a 3-point advantage, 2.5 to go in the first quarter.
Bacon had a real active first quarter, Jeff.
Grunder goes by his guy up against Donaldson, and it rolls good.
Nice. Quick first step on the baseline, 2 dribbles, and lay it up.
In the backcourt, No and Spitz. Now they work into the front court to Prinko. Dump it to Donaldson. 3 on the way is going to be short. Rebound to Cannon, and a foul is going to be whistled on Mattoon. And if you notice that, Tom, where that 3 came from, They were about a foot back from the line, and their shot came up short.
You hit the nail on the head, Jeff. It's strictly, especially at this level, and with this kind of team, push them a foot off the line. It really makes a difference. Now you got a college three, and a lot of these kids aren't going to be shooting college threes, at least in any organized way.
Isaiah Bowers into the lineup for the first time tonight, replacing Bacon.
Well, let's see Ben get off to a good start here. Let's find him a good mid-range jump shot.
Sloan to Titus, down the lane, flips it over Jermaine. Jermaine up strong, and a foul is going to be whistled. And Tom, you being a former official, those are always the plays where it looks like if Jermaine makes it, I don't think they call anything.
I agree.
Just the way it looks.
I agree with you, Jeff. For those who watch this replay on TV, that's exactly right. He was not going to call it if it went in, but since it didn't, he had no choice. And to me, that's good officiating.
Jermaine gets the first one to go down as Hamlin makes the first. That foul was on DeAndre Thomas. And for Thomas, that is now already his second.
Well, the Railers don't have a foul in this quarter, Jeff, and that is unusual.
Jermaine rolls them both in. Railers 4 of 4 from the line here in the early going. They've got a 7-point lead at 15-8.
Missed the travel there.
Minute and a half to go in the first. And then Jermaine, send your cards and letters to Tom, picks up the first foul for the Railers here at the 1:26 mark as he tried to cut off the baseline.
I was looking around going, did I mispronounce somebody's name? What did I just do?
Reminder that Railer basketball this year brought to you by Lincoln Printers and our friends at 5th Street Food Mart. Inbound out near the timeline to No. Railers up 15-8. Prinko swinging around the left side to Spitz. And they've done a nice job of not giving Prinko any clean looks. Donaldson turns from the free throw line, misses, making the rebound.
He had one tough look from the corner, and that was it, Jeff. And, yeah, like you say, he's not a big scorer, but boy, he's on a roll. And he is our leading scorer, 13 a game.
Isaiah. Titus holds at the timeline, 50 seconds to go. Do the Railers hold 4-1?
Yes. And this is something the Railers need to work on, Jeff. Their end of quarter and end of halves have not been up to the usual Railer standard.
Titus, the lane opens up. He's going to take it off the glass and good.
Well, thank you, Titus. Maybe we'll try twice.
17-8, 25 seconds to go. Titus now with 5.
Turn him over and let's get another shot at it.
Isaiah almost had the steal as they tried to get it to Prinko. And Tate's going to be whistled for the block as he cut off the baseline. First on Tate, second on the Railers.
Yeah, I think you and I both thought we saw Bowers flying up there, and we figured that was a pick six, as they are going to say to Sunday.
Railers with an 8-0 run to get this 17-8 lead, 18 seconds left.
Maybe we can start a new trend. We'll call it a pick 2. How's that?
Down to 10.
Now the Green Wave's going to hold. Got him right where we want him, Jeff.
No. Gets it back down to 3 to 2. Got to look at something. Ball loose, flip it up at the buzzer, and it'll go. The lefty shot from Spitz finds the bottom of the basket. And that's pulled Mattoon within 7 at the end of 1. At the end of 1, it's Lincoln 17, Mattoon 10. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. About to start the second quarter of action along with Tom Larey, Jeff Benjamin with you. Mattoon the basketball. Lincoln with a 7-point advantage on the court for the Railers. You've got Cannon. As a travel is going to be whistled in the backcourt. Nice defense by Titus, forcing the travel on Camden Considine. Got Tate Sloan, Drew Bacon, Ben Grunder, Isaac Dewberry in the contest for the first time, as well as Titus Cannon.
Isaac owned these guys in the first game, Jeff. He was our second leading scorer that night.
Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Grunder. Railers keep possession.
That was good hard work.
Sloan, screen to Bacon, now over to Grunder. Said Lincoln up 17-10. Cannon brings it over to Grunder on the right wing. On top now to Sloan.
Green Wave still in a zone, or still in a man-to-man, Jeff.
Near side to Tate. Titus down the lane, out to Grunder. Corner three on the way. Shot it long, rebound down to Gear for Mattoon.
Both Titus and Sloan have quickness advantage easily. The Railers looking at, there's a steal.
Grunder reaches in with the takeaway. Held ball. It'll go to the Railers for the alternate possession.
Yeah, quick. Anyway, they both have quickness advantage. The Railers are running a spread offense, so that we ought to be able to see some layups from those two going forward.
Minute gone by in the second quarter. Looking to go back door. It's covered up.
They're doing a lot of switching, Jeff, and I think the Railers, if they set good screens, ought to be able to take advantage of that.
Dewberry now to Sloan. Grunder down the lane. He's going to take it up off the glass. They're going to count it. Count the basket for Grunder.
A little confusion there among the crew. I just wasn't quite sure what was going on, but they got it right. And we'll take the opportunity for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Foul was on Prinko, his first. Grunder with 6. Make it 7 as he hits free throw, and the Railers after their first double-digit lead of the night at 20-10. Spitz, ball loose in the backcourt. Now you're going to get a 10 count. Yep, there was a 10 count.
Yeah, Tate Sloan's got a nice little floor burn there from going after that basketball, and by doing that, he prevented Mattoon calling timeout.
Timeout taken again by Mattoon. 6:31 to go in our first half. Lincoln on top, 20-10. Just a 30-second timeout. So again, that gives us a chance to say thanks to Chicago Street Rentals and Four Corners Lube for their sponsorship of Railer basketball. And, you know, we're seeing a lot of confusion on the Mattoon offensive end. The Railers are not giving them anything, and we've seen that a lot lately from Lincoln.
Yeah, Jeff, the Railers have extended this ball press as the season went on. It's just getting it deeper and deeper. They're three-quarter court now, and the Green Wave is out of sync before they even get to half court, so they're just scrambling. Towards the end of the first quarter, they had the ball for 15 seconds, and it wasn't closer than 30 feet from the basket. So that's just what the Railers will do to you if you let them.
Dewberry's going to drive in. Nice move off the glass and good. Very, very athletic. Isaac Dewberry.
He's going to be a star, Jeffrey.
Just a sophomore, and then it's thrown away as there was miscommunication between No and Prinko, forcing another turnover. That's was that 2 possessions in a row now where Mattoon hasn't even got it across half court.
Correct. And this is how the Railers pitch shutout quarters, Jeff. When you can't get the ball across half court, it's really difficult to score.
Sloan out, Jermaine Hamlin back in. They feed it down to Jermaine on the low block. He turns, goes toward the lane. Left it short, ball tipped out to Cannon. Grunder dumps it over to Hamlin. Back on, nice look out to Cannon. Titus is going to drive in, throws it up, won't go down. Rebound comes down to Mattoon.
I hope the Railers can extend out enough that Isaiah doesn't have to play a lot tonight, so the kids that aren't feeling well get a little bit of a break.
And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers on the near side. Foul's going to be whistled on Titus Cannon. First on Titus, third on the team. 5:36 to go, first half. Lincoln up by 12. Considine
Off his foot.
Wow.
Yep. Wow.
That woke up everybody from Andy to Kyle to Eric Grunder. Joe Ryan is still somewhat napping, though, so he...
Scoreboard took a thumping there, didn't it? Or the scores table, I mean.
So another turnover by Mattoon. Railers up 22-10. Cannon back out to Bacon. Dewberry. Grunder.
Jermaine's getting good position inside. They're not feeding him the ball, Jeff. That frustrates the big man.
Titus wide open, top of the key. 3 is good again.
But
second 3 of the night.
But when Titus doesn't miss from out top, why should he throw it in?
And then Titus tips it out of bounds with those quick hands. It's got to be frustrating for Coach Gear of Mattoon, where you've got two players, and the speed and quickness of Titus is defeating all of their press-breaking offense.
Exactly, and you look at his bench. His bench is real thin. He's only using about 7 kids. He just doesn't have anybody to go out there and play right now, so he's got what he's got, and they've just got to do a better job.
Long three on the way. That's no good. Jermaine high for the rebound. Ball trickles over to Isaiah Bowers. Bowers back into the contest as Grunder gets a breather.
That was a Jordan Nelson link.
Dewberry out to Bowers. Now to Bacon. Dewberry open for three. Doesn't take it. Pull up from 15 on the way. Didn't get the roll. Rebound for Mattoon. 4.5 to go. Railers up 15 first half.
Nice soft shot, though, bouncing around up top.
Swatted away. Stolen by Bowers. Isaiah, he's going to take it himself. He got fouled, and Isaiah will go to the line shooting two. The whole way down, he was checking to see where the spacing was, not knowing if he was going to kick it over to Dewberry. He decided to take it in himself, and Isaiah's going to the line for two.
Gear got a piece, and then in good sportsmanship stepped up and gave him a hand slap. Trying to hurt him, just didn't want him to shoot.
Isaiah, the leading scorer for the Railers, 16-1 a game, a 67% free throw shooter. First one on the way, left it short. Colton Holiday will check in for Jermaine Hamlin.
A lot of Raiders going to get a lot of minutes tonight, Jeff, and that's going to be helpful.
Railer basketball brought to you by Lincoln IGA and the Eaton Corporation. As Isaiah's second free throw short as well. So Isaiah misses his first two attempts from the line. Railers still up 25-10.
It's probably nothing, but Isaiah was shaking his arm out going down the floor there, Jeffrey. I hope it's...
Lost out of bounds again.
Major.
Down in the corner. It almost seems with as quickly as the Railers' defense is moving, Mattoon right now has put themselves in a position where you see a lot of turnovers where they're trying to do what they're going to do before they get it because they know how quick the Railer defense is moving, and if you don't have, you got to take the ball with you first.
Yeah, Jeff, and it's almost like that some of the Mattoon kids really don't want the ball, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, as soon as they get it, they're looking to get rid of it. Nobody wants to get doubled and trapped.
Bacon's going to try that reverse layup, and it rolls good.
Good job.
He's done it for so long, that's almost the patented reverse layup from Drew Bacon.
It is. Boy, do we need Drew playing.
Oh, that's over and back.
Yeah.
He was well into the front court, and that was an easy call.
It was very easy. Drew will be a big key to the Railers if and when they have a good run here going to state.
Another timeout taken by Mattoon. This time we'll take it with them. 3:26 to go in our first half. Lincoln 27, Mattoon 10. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Lloyd Kirby handling the video duties here tonight. Paula Kodat back at the WLCN studios along with Tom Larey filling in for Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you. The Railers on top 27-10 as we're 3.5 from halftime here in Lincoln. And Tom, the Railers, Mattoon closed it to 9-8. From that point forward, they're on an 18-2 run.
Yeah, I think the Railers finally got the message after 8 that Mattoon could score, and so we turned it up now. And best way to stop a team from hitting threes on you is to not let them get the ball across half court.
Holiday drives in, kicks in the corner to Isaiah Bowers. His three is no good. Dewberry high for the rebound, off the glass and good.
Man, he was up there.
Isaac Dewberry now with 4. The Railer lead has grown to 19 at 29-10.
You know, Jeff, I picture him as the point on that Railer defense, and I think, oh my goodness, when he's a senior.
And then a foul's going to be whistled on Bacon as he did not get to the baseline in time to cut it off from the driving Prinko. That'll be Drew's first, and that'll be the 5th on the Railers.
Well, Isaac's big enough that he probably will never play that point, but the way he can jump, it reminds me of Brandon Farmer in the day where no matter how high you threw it, it wasn't high enough.
2:50 left in the first half. Prinko into Thomas. Thomas turns. He's going to drive down the lane, kick it back out. 3 on the way, up and good.
Boy, they've been stuck on 10 for a long
3
time.
for no. Makes it 29-13. No now has 8.
No and Spitz have done all their scoring, Jeff, to this point.
Drew Bacon fired up a 3. Left it way short, but Isaiah was there to save it from going out of bounds, and the Railers retain possession. Swing it near side to Bowers. Back on top to Bacon. Ball movement tonight for the Railers has been really good.
Yeah, it has, Jeff. So, and it goes hand in hand, but floor spacing as well. Interesting travel there.
Travel whistled on Tate Sloan. Tate trying to cut through the lane and kick it over in the corner. 2:04 left in our first half. Railers enjoying a 16-point lead at 29-13. Thomas at the elbow. Kicks back out. Lefty 3 on the way is up and good. That is Spitz.
When those two are allowed to just stand there and shoot set shots, they are pretty good shooters.
29-16, down to 13. Dewberry marks it over to Bacon. Near side to Sloan. Sloan top of the key, kicks it over to Holiday. Colton's going to drive down the lane, dump it down to Bacon. Bacon with that reverse layup is good again.
Tate drew them all in and left the basket wide open.
Drew with 6 on the night. 3 from the right side. Back rim, no. Isaiah the rebound for Lincoln. Lincoln looks to push it up the floor. Nice backdoor pass from Bowers to Bacon. Too far under. Out to Sloan. The high arcing 3 is good.
What ball movement. Excellent.
34-16, under a minute to go, and then Tate with the kick. Reminiscent of soccer season for Mr. Sloan.
Not quite, Jeffrey. Let's finish hoops first.
Tate very good on the Lincoln soccer team. 34-16, 45 seconds to go. That almost was another over and back for Mattoon.
When you play your offense your entirety of your offense 5 feet from the half-court line, every pass is an adventure.
Knocked away. It'll stay with Mattoon. Again, thank you to Headline Salon LLC for sponsoring Railer basketball this season.
We appreciate all our sponsors, Jeff, and we hope our listening audience will patronize them.
Nice move down the lane by Donaldson. He missed the layup, but Holiday is going to be whistled for the foul. And that will send the 6'6 senior for Mattoon to the line, shooting 2.
Didn't look like Donaldson had that much quickness, but that was at least the first step was very quick.
Donaldson up and good. (34-17). Donaldson's first point of the night. There he gets his second as he hits both free throws. 34-18. Railers on top by 16. Got to think as Sloan, Bowers, Dewberry, Bacon, and Holiday come down, looking for one.
Yep.
Dewberry almost lost it over the timeline.
Glad I didn't have a whistle from here.
Sloan hands to Bowers. We're down to 12.
All right, Railers, let's get a good look.
Sloan down to 7. Coming this way. Tate works it back out to Bowers. Isaiah in the lane. Pull up from 15. A little too hard. Holiday there with the rebound is good.
Right at the buzzer. Not the way you drew it up, but we'll sure take it.
Holiday with the offensive rebound from the Bowers miss. And that will put the Railers on top as we head to halftime. They've doubled up Mattoon. It is Lincoln at 36, Mattoon 18. We'll be back in a moment with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.